Might go to a game and be like, J. Cole starting at point guard.
I'll be like, I guess so. Let's go.
That's what we down to.
That's what we down to.
Hey, welcome to another episode of the Black Guy Who Tells podcast. I'm your oh wait, hold on. Shit. This always happens whenever I use. Hold on one second, everybody. For some reason, whenever I use yep. All right, let's try it again. Hopefully it stays like that. Hey, welcome to another episode of the Blackout Tips podcast. I'm your host, Rod, joined as always by my co-host,
Aaron.
And we're live on a Wednesday, ready to do some podcasting. The official weapon of the show is
phone jail.
And the unofficial sport,
bullet ball.
And bullet ball extreme. And it's just a regular show today, just trying to talk about some things, maybe get into some segments we don't always get into.
Okay.
I guess, did you have any banter before I try to get into anything?
Not really.
Okay, all right, cool. I do have a little bit of banter. Let me play a couple seconds of music. All right, banter time. So the things I was thinking about. One, oh yeah, don't forget Black Friday sale holiday cards. Okay. I was on a website the other day and I had to click the captcha and I was trying to verify that I was human and it told me no.
I've had it happen before.
If that's how I find out that I'm a replicant, I swear to God.
Chad, I don't be like that man on Invincible and shit. Be like, wait a minute.
Right. I took a knife to my face to see if there was a robot skeleton underneath.
Right.
And do I not count as a human? I know how to click.
I'm not human.
I know how to click the fire hydrant. Okay.
I don't know. Sometimes it tells you no.
That's what I said. Yeah, that's what started all this.
Sometimes what they do, they like to put it kind of between the two. If you click both, it'd be like no.
Yeah, my anxiety is too strong. I'll be like, so does the pole for the traffic signal, does that count as part of the traffic signal?
Right.
Because it'd be like, hey, click everything that's a traffic light. And I'm like, okay, but the thing is hanging from, do you count that as traffic light or does that not traffic light? I don't know.
I don't know. AI.
And also, AI can't do that yet. That feel like an easy one.
It does.
It's like, find which one is a bus. And it's like, cannot compute. If that's the case, I'm not worried about AI if that's the case.
It's like AI not smart enough to click.
Hands have 12 fingers. I saw a video of Keith Lee. Did another one of his, he's in Houston now.
Okay, Texas. I know that sounds stupid, but yes, I just want to confirm it was Texas. Because I was like, is we talking about another Houston?
I'm glad you asked because he's in Houston, Ohio. So who would have known? Karen figured it out, guys. Houston, Ohio.
Shit, I was like, let me ask because there's more than one Houston in this country.
Yeah, he was in the other Houston. Yeah, so he's in Houston, and he did a review of a popular restaurant there. I'm sure people asked him to do it, his fans and stuff. And he did a positive review of it. And people were like, very excited for him to have done that review. And other people were like, oh man, you know what that means? It's gonna be a long fucking line. Like people was like, well, I guess I'll never go back now because
right, because if he says great, that means for the next 6 months the line gonna be off the chain. Because I'm trying to tell you, you can have some people go, well, I'm gonna go to Houston just to try it.
And I noticed that everybody was posting this, catching to these videos. Like here's one of the line, and I guess the woman on Twitter had posted only had 2 customers all day today or something, and then keep.
All right, so this is really the Keith Lee effect. This is at the Puttery, my friend's shop. I've been going here for a few months, actually more than that. But the line is going all the way back to the building. She usually opens up at 12. And I mean, this parking lot, look at this parking lot, man. Like this parking lot, all of these people are here. Man, I'm so happy. This
Hey, if you had to pawn something in that strip mall,
Right? You're going to pay a telephone bill.
right? You just
But like,
you
damn, I just want
ass
to pay my cable bill. Can I get to the Western Union?
Right. So everybody's just lined up outside all the way out the door. She went from 2 customers.
Yes, I'd be happy
to
for
this.
these people making that money.
This is before the store even opened.
God damn. They was ready.
Here's my thing, though. As a person that's worked in the restaurant industry, I noticed there's a phrasing that comes along with all this where it's always like, Keith Lee, he be blessing these restaurants. What a blessing, man. He really blessed them with this. And I do agree that it's a blessing for the owner and whoever else, does the balance sheet. But man, y'all ever been in a restaurant that got this slammed? It sucks. Like this your life from it for a little bit is. I remember them bus on the lot days of working at McDonald's when I was working in the closest McDonald's to Carowinds, which is a theme park, and we would get school bus after school bus after school bus some days, and we'd be so slammed. We would just like
you run out of shit.
I still have PTSD. If someone were to just yell out "bus on the lot" somewhere, I'd be like, "Oh God, I gotta get on register." Like that's how bad it is. So I do wonder if there's ever gonna be like employees who are like, "Yeah, man, I'm actually good on Keith Lee."
It depends. I think it depends on the restaurant establishment. Because it's like for some people they might not be prepared for this rush, if that makes sense. Like they might not have the staff. It just varies. And then I know for me, working, particularly if you're serving or something like that. You make good money. You gonna work.
Well, this
hard
restaurant
for it.
don't look like I guess everyone tips now, but this restaurant kind of just doesn't look like it's not sit down and eat. We come to your table with a waiter.
Ah, okay.
This look like one of and he does this a lot. He does this for like carts, food trucks, stuff. Anyway, I my joke was just kind of the idea of being an employee in one of these places is different than being the person that owns it. That's all I'm saying. The people that own it, of course, it's like it's a blessing. God bless Keith Lee. We love you. Thank you so much. Everybody else, I know they be watching them TikTok videos like man.
We
like
gonna be busy this weekend.
like that would be a great sketch for my boys, RC World.
Yes.
If they did a sketch of employees after Keith Lee do one of them videos, because I could just picture them watching him be like, "This the best piece of chicken I had," and then being like, "Oh fuck, damn, now they gonna come."
I thought I was gonna be able to call out of work. Damn,
Right.
they ain't gonna let nobody off the schedule for 6 months.
I ain't take this job because I like working hard, making chicken all day. This the easiest job I ever had. We get 2 customers a day.
Y'all gonna make me work today. Damn.
I can see them walking by that line.
That's hilarious.
Walking by that long line of people before you even open.
Yeah,
being like,
even
fuck.
open. And they even get to the point where, somebody get in and be like, did you have to sneak in too? Yeah, man. Like,
Yeah.
I normally walk through the front door, but shit, now I got to ninja my way in this bitch because people be following me in the door.
Yeah, I picked you're not gonna be able to park. You used to be able to park right by the door.
You're not gonna be able to park.
Now you gotta find another place to park.
Everybody be like, damn, man, I got to show up to work 3 hours early and sleep in the car because if I don't, I gotta park a mile away from this bitch.
Nobody talk about that part.
That's
all
hilarious.
I'm saying. Like that's funny to me. But yeah, those are all my banter.
Oh, and this is not really a banter because this is just kind of something that just
Well,
happened.
it don't count, so let's just move on.
Oh,
No, go ahead.
What?
Go ahead.
I was gonna say I enjoy having alternate methods of getting around the city because me and Roger went one way and it was traffic. We was like, you know what? We gonna go this alternate route. So shout out to people that know their city enough to know alternate routes when traffic get bad, if you can. Because some cities, no matter where you go, traffic is just everywhere. Mm-hmm. Like Washington, D.C., y'all traffic that makes no fucking sense. It's just traffic all the goddamn time.
All right, let's get into some other things, okay? It's that time of year for Spotify Wrapped.
Yes.
And I like to go through our rap stuff together here with the audience.
Yay!
It's always fun to me.
All right, because they do it for the podcasters
Yeah.
too. Yay.
So let's present some Spotify rap.
Riding on it. Riding on it.
All right, Spotify rap time. Let's go. In 2023, people were really, really feeling what you do.
Okay.
We love to see that. We love to hear that. Ready to take it from the top? Yeah, hurry up, Spotify. Was all this preamble. Speaking of the top, your top episode was 2749, the Montgomery Sweet Tea Party.
Yes.
That was the one we talked about.
The folding chair.
Yeah. And also what's interesting is this is an episode that could not be put on YouTube.
Which makes no sense because the shit was all over YouTube.
Right. Saying we was inciting violence or some shit because we played the video of the
Video from your site.
Yeah.
What? Make it make sense.
It was streamed 999% more than our average episode.
God damn, y'all was sharing this shit.
God damn.
Y'all was sharing.
Oh, if only white people would get beat up by black people every day. That could be a whole different show. Let's hear it for the new fans.
Oh shit now.
I like these moving graphics.
Me too.
It's giving me PowerPoint.
A presentation, yes. It's giving me modern PowerPoint.
Right. Star Wipe. 41% of our listeners discovered us in 2023. Wow.
Woo!
We grew 41%. That's crazy. I don't even know how that's possible.
Wow, probably algorithms, and you know how it be like suggestion, you know how you link and you see other podcasts. It's something that's happening.
I don't know.
Shout out to the new listeners.
You know what? Shout out to Karen Hunter Show. Maybe some of that is that too. 5% of our new listeners started with 2661 feminims and really brought them in. Feminims? I don't even know what feminims is about.
Me either.
Now I need to look it up.
We do so many episodes. I was like, what did we even talk about on that show?
Yeah, now I need
2661 is episode.
Yeah, the black guy who tips. Let me see if I can find. Yeah, okay, Feminims, episode 2661. We talked about Lizzo. Oh wait, no, we talked about coronavirus news. Lizzo talked about cancel culture. This is from January 11th.
Ooh, early.
Southwest Lower fans, Elder Barge got arrested. The snake clit is discovered. Eminem, all women bags, weed sending seniors to ER. Woman wants emotional support snake on a plane. Welcome to the cookout. Drunk driver crashes on the way to AA meeting. Kid eats poison he thought was Pop Rocks, and mom goes viral for finding her daughter on Roblox and soy ratchetness. No idea why, but shout out to that.
Shout out to y'all. 5%.
5%. The 5%ers, as we call them.
Mm-hmm.
My old earths and gods. How does it feel to have gone global? Let's find what this means. Probably something about international. We were streamed in 55 countries, and of course, the United States was 94%.
Come on, 55 countries.
United States was 94% of our streams. Shout out to the US. We have the most new listeners in, I would have never guessed this, New Zealand.
Shout out to New Zealand.
Philippines.
Shout out to them too.
The UK, we're still growing in the UK. Let's see. Sweden. And Mexico.
At Mexico, man, I would have never guessed Mexico.
Mm-hmm. We love to see that. Your listeners have good taste, obviously. So what else are they into? I guess we can find out. Their top genres of podcasts: comedy, society, culture, and sports. Okay, that makes sense. It feels like everybody's top three.
Right.
Their top music was rap, R&B, and pop. Okay.
I'm about to say they follow our taste.
Yeah. Definitely mine. Your listeners definitely told their friends about you.
All right. Y'all was sharing.
Y'all been out here sharing? Your podcast is shared all over. 45% direct link.
Come on through direct links.
That's y'all copy and paste and send in the text. Y'all got to hear what these fools talking about.
Yes.
27% text. Oh, wait. So the text is the Oh, you can hit the text button on the share. Got it.
Mm-hmm.
10% other. Facebook and the Instagram coming at 9% equally. Our most shared episode was, guess what? Y'all ain't gonna believe this. It's the Montgomery Sweet Tea Party.
Yeah, it's a sweet tea party.
2749. Our podcast rating is 4.9. Can you feel the love? That's 5 stars, essentially. I round up.
I do too.
Our listeners did more than just listen. They got to talking.
That y'all said something?
We published 143 polls, which received 10,471 votes.
Y'all niggas was voting.
We had 137 Q&As, 867 responses.
Woohoo! Shout out to the people that respond.
All right, pop quiz time. I guess we gotta ask this. All right. What episode got the most audience engagement? Sweet Tea, the Montgomery Sweet Tea Party, which I'm leaning towards. 2754 QAnon versus Blue Anon, or 2762 Congratulations.
I'm gonna go Sweet Tea Party.
All right, we're guessing Sweet Tea Party, guys. It's correct. Listeners joined in 166 times.
Woohoo!
Yeah, they love that one. I love
Yes.
that. Are you a gardener?
No, I am not.
Okay, I don't. Where's this going? Because your podcast saw some nice growth. We grew 10% on Spotify.
Woohoo!
That's nice. Listen, the beat. I don't think y'all understand. For us to have been doing this show over a decade and still be growing,
Come on, it's a shock. It's
I'm
a shock, ain't it?
It's honestly, it's humbling.
Mm-hmm.
Can't forget to give a shout out to our biggest fans.
Oh shit!
Well, Appia doesn't really use. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm right. Is she on here?
We're in the top 10 podcasts for 2,697 people. Top 10.
Woo!
We're the top 5 for 2,064 people. That's not
Come on.
that's not much smaller of a number.
Top 5.
And drum roll, please. We are the number 1 podcast for 999 fans.
We're number 1.
I just want to know, we couldn't get one more person?
To make it an even
1,000? Not one more person?
We're gonna round it up. It's 1,000.
I gotta start listening to my own shit now.
Right?
Top fans listen to us 10 times more than our other listeners.
Oh, I need to start listening to my own podcast more. My podcast is in the top 5.
81% are returning listeners.
Woohoo!
Let's zoom out. What a year. Then they just put up those numbers we just saw about the top fans and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
This is so fun. I always love this. Thank you for sharing your podcast with the world. And I think that's the end. Speaking of sharing, we made something just for you. Okay. What is this? Oh, it's so we can share. Okay, I'll save this stuff to share on our socials at some point.
Okay.
But yeah, we could talk about the top
20,000, 19,000 minutes.
Minutes created. We created 19.
Oh, we created 19. Nigga, we've been talking shit.
Yeah.
That's a lot of minutes, my nigga.
Mm-hmm. It is. 2K, the top 10. So is this information that was already on this one or no?
No, it's different information.
All right, so I'll save this too to save for later to put on our stuff. But yes, I mean, I love Spotify Rap because like, you know, especially with the kind of podcast what we do, we put our heads down and grind.
Right.
And then we just kind of look up later. And if, you know, like if we have time to go, oh, let's smell the roses. But it's very rare because we're always just working on the next thing, doing the next show, all that, you know, giving feedback, interacting with the audience. So yeah, man, it's like a cool moment to take in everything we've accomplished this year.
Yeah, and shout out to Spotify for doing this. I look forward to this every year. And if more apps were smart, they would do something like this because Spotify is not the only app I listen to, but they're the only one that kind of breaks it down and keep these statistics. I don't know if other apps don't keep the statistics that they don't understand, but and it's very smart for them because when this come out, this is literally for days all people share across social media and all that shit and share with the family and friends. And so, you know, this time of the year, you just get a flood of Spotify shit. So for some people, they go, what is this Spotify? If they're not on Spotify, let me go check it out. And my app doesn't do that. So, you know, I hope other apps get into this, because I think it's really fun to go through, you know, who's your favorite and all that stuff. Because you know who you listen to, but it's different when somebody else is kind of keeping a tally for the whole year. Sometimes you don't even think about how many minutes you listen to, how many.
Trying to use Chrome. Chrome does this thing where it tries to automatically adjust the volume, even though I don't want it to, and then I end up with these issues. Can y'all hear us now? Can y'all hear me? Hear me and Karen?
Yeah, I hate when they auto adjust shit. I didn't ask you to do that.
Yeah, it was just I was trying to fix something behind the scenes. It fucked everything up. Okay, they can hear us. All right, go ahead with your point. I'm sorry.
What was I talking about?
Something about how many minutes you listen to. And...
Oh, I was talking about other apps and how other apps should do this now. Somebody said Apple does it too, but I haven't got one for Apple. I know that Spotify really pushes it when you go into.
Maybe if you host it on Apple or something. I don't know
because, like I said, it's
I've never heard of it.
With Spotify, it's almost automated. It's like you open up the app and it's like one of the first things you see. You get emails about it, so they
it's a big rollout. I wish Tidal did it as well.
I wish Tidal did it too.
But anyway, I just thought that was a cool thing to kind of like run down with everybody. And I'll worry about fixing the sound in post. Or maybe I can switch to Firefox real quick.
If you want to.
Yeah, let me switch to Firefox, everybody. I'll be back in like a few seconds. It's just, I really fucking hate how Chrome keeps fucking with the volume. It's driving me crazy.
He does it on his own?
Yeah, and whenever I try to look at it
and fix it back, it
just goes right back to fucking up. Yeah, because I'm trying to keep the volume the same so that when we record, I don't have to do too much post editing
and compression and shit, right?
Yeah, but it does it anyway. All right, I should be back. All right, so that was it for Spotify Wrapped. Let's go ahead and get into some other news. Let me see what I got for articles and stuff that we need to cover, and segments and all that stuff. Oh yeah, okay, I got enough for this segment. Been a minute, but you know, we haven't forgotten to do this. But yeah, coronavirus.
Again? Look, here we go again. We got variants. Really need to keep a mask on hand and follow the plan. Get the vaccine and second shots, whether woman or man. Black out who tips is doing their part, but the dumbest expand. Niggas would rather believe a bunch of misinformation. Fuck y'all idiots not getting shots. Now we gotta regress. If we keep going in this direction, we never can rest. Never can get back to the lives we be living the best. Damn fool, stop the lying, stop the intubation crying, cause it's your fault that motherfuckers dying. Damn fool, stop the lying, stop the ventilator crying, cause it's your fault that motherfuckers dying. I do not understand this shit, I'm not a fan of this. We were like one win from the pandemic championship, but fuckers wanna leave it to game 7 with Giannis Delta Kupo blocking forward progression and Chris middle fingers to your plans, man. Damn. Looks like it's no Drew Holiday for you and your mans. I'm sick of black people dying for real, so I'm just writing this new piece to let you know how I feel. Coronavirus. Fuck that COVID-19, it's unseen, it's creeping in the air for you to breathe, yeah. So fuck that COVID-19, it's unseen, it's creeping in the air for you to breathe, yeah.
Coronavirus time. We got a little news. Let's see what we got here. Fall COVID shot uptake has been abysmal, 7%, and wastewater testing is impaired. So basically, we don't necessarily keep as much of a track of COVID, and people still, despite that, are not getting vaccinated, which seems like counterintuitive to me.
Yes, it does, and it's counterproductive. And you know, I think for a lot of people, they want to get back to normal, whatever it takes to get back to normal. You know, quote unquote, trying it. But this
they want the appearance of normal. They don't want to
Right.
get back to normal because then they be taking the vaccines and social distancing and masking and stuff, and that's not happening. So they want the appearance of feeling like it's normal, but they don't want normal.
I mean, normal pre-pandemic normal. Like that's
I know what you're saying.
Okay.
I'm just elaborating on that. Getting back to normal would mean a bunch of work, and they're not doing all that work.
Oh,
So
no.
clearly, they don't want to get back to normal. They want to get back to what felt like normal.
Yeah,
They want to get back to just we're around each other. We're not doing any precautions, and we're pretending this isn't happening.
right. Even though people are still getting sick and all types of stuff, and a very, very small percentage of people are still being put in the hospital, and some are dying. But you know, fuck that. You know, it's over. Let's all get outside. Let's act like everything is quote unquote normal.
The state releases weekly COVID-19 data at the lawsuit settlement, and that state is
They got sued.
guess the state. What state needed to be sued to release their COVID-19 data?
Texas.
Nope, Florida.
Oh,
For the first time in 1.5 years, the Florida Health Department is releasing weekly COVID-19 deaths, cases, and vaccinations, including enlisting fatalities in each country.
right.
County.
Right. Why is you keeping this shit motherfucking top secret?
Because Ron DeSantis was their governor, and he just hid all the indicators and tracking and fired people and all this shit.
Yes, he did.
And then basically said we can pretend this isn't happening if no one knows, and I'm just gonna tell you that it's fine.
Even despite your eyes,
Right.
despite people getting sick, despite what you're seeing, fuck it.
The greatest grift. COVID-19 fraudster used stolen relief aid to purchase a private island in Florida. Oh, Florida.
How you get an island in Florida?
I mean, they bought it, obviously. You know, must have been on the Zillow.
Little staff.
Yeah, he bought Sweetheart Island, a 2-acre uninhabited patch of paradise about a mile off the coast of a little Gulf Coast town. Pelicans dive bomb nearby in the cool waters of Florida's with a Lacucci Bay.
I bet you're beautiful.
And the open view westward holds promise of dazzling sunsets. It may have seemed like an ideal getaway for Florida businessman Patrick Parker Walsh. Instead, he's serving 5.5 years in federal prison for stealing nearly $8 million in federal COVID-19 relief funds that he used in part to buy that island.
You stole $8 million and all you getting is 5 years?
5.5 years, Kim. Okay.
$8 million.
Every year counts.
Word.
That's the island. It doesn't look like he did any renovations or anything. Like I don't know. Looked like it's hadn't even been taken care of. That's him. Man, the scams was afoot, boy, during that motherfucking pandemic release.
Child, this is the big ass it one. Niggas actually use their mama address so they could go to a good school. Y'all won't throw the parents in jail for 45 years. This nigga stole $8 million. You gonna give him 5.5.
The CDC reports the highest childhood vaccine exemption rate ever in the United States. Yep. This to me is the real fallout of the anti-vaccine movement. It really got a foothold on people that either were writing them off or understood that they were a fringe movement and were like, yeah, but everyone's getting vaccinated. I'm going to get my child vaccinated. The doctor's telling me to do it. The school is mandating it. Why would I question that? I'm not a scientist. But then the amount of anti-vaxxers that took advantage of the cynicism around the mRNA vaccines that spawned a movement, and people that normally did not take up arms with those folks are now with that, and now they're not vaccinating their kids. And when rubella and measles and shit comes back, and ravages,
polio and shit come back and take kids out. Because the thing is, the reason why they did is because people had to live with their kids getting sick and dead and dying and not being able to walk and getting tuberculosis and all types of shit to be fucking eradicated. And, you know, all of a sudden, you, person who's been vaccinated from a lot of shit, has your child out here not protected.
So yeah, highest rate of vaccine exemptions ever. 40 states saw rises in parents citing religious and other personal concerns for not vaccinating their children.
And they should have to prove that. Because people just saying it don't mean shit.
Yeah, I mean, well, I think also very coded, a lot of these people are white.
Right.
And white people's feelings are facts. Mm-hmm. So if a white person says, I believe vaccines cause autism, they don't have to prove it.
Right.
The schools and they I mean, honestly, this shit isn't even in religion. Like, that's what's amazing to me, is that religious people have been getting vaccinated for years, and all of a sudden it's a religious thing to not want this new vaccine. No, you're scared, you're whatever reasons, but it's not about your body and your religion, because you don't, that's not a scripture in there about that. Vaccines weren't invented during the Bible.
Right.
You know, as you drink a Red Bull and a bunch of other shit that also wasn't invented, you know?
Yeah, and she tell me, I don't know what's in it. Bitch, you probably don't even know what's in the chips you eat. Get out of here.
Veterinarians say there's issued a warning over a growing number of coughing dogs.
Coughing dogs?
Coughing dogs. Research is underway. Veterinarians add that the mysterious illness is highly contagious and can be fatal. Symptoms have typically been that of a kennel cough that can include coughing, sneezing, nasal and or eye discharge and lethargy. Instead of that dry cough where the dog felt good, it was now a wet cough where the dog felt sick. They said any dog showing signs of consistent coughing should be seen by a vet. They said they can ultrasound the lungs to see if there's a problem.
What, so, do they know what causes this? Or
not yet. Okay. They're researching it. China's recent surge of respiratory illnesses are reportedly caused by the flu and other pathogens. So,
because people like everybody else, people back outside, and they got a lot of people that was congested, and you know, we was reading things how them people was like, quit locking us down and shutting us down. The government said, okay, go back outside, and everybody's sick.
Yeah, and of course, China, excuse me, China's people revolted against the extreme lockdown conditions that they had. So the government of China is very, it's an interesting juxtaposition, because I think very liberal people in America sound like the government of China.
Yes.
And I'm not even trying to say that as a judgment. Go look it up for yourself. They do want these lockdowns. They do want mandatory everything and shut down everything and mandatory masks. And of course, China likes to control its citizens.
Yes.
So they're not necessarily altruistic with this, but they went, fuck it. Like, they literally said, if y'all gonna like revolt against these lockdown conditions, we're taking back every rule and precaution. Y'all just out there for yourselves. Good luck, everybody. And so they, as a government, are blaming the rise in respiratory diseases on the relaxing of COVID-19 restrictions. They're not wrong. The same thing that kept us protected from COVID kept us from getting colds and the flu.
Yeah, because, you know, I'm pretty sure it's a study that's, you know, saying this shit is on the rise because people aren't wearing masks, so everybody breathing in each other's face again. People who, you know, talked about their allergies went down and they didn't get sick. Like, all of a sudden, you starting to catch this shit back. And particularly when that shit hit you for the first time, particularly if you have been sick in years, all of a sudden, when it takes you down now, it takes you down bad the first time.
Yep. And long, excuse me, long COVID brain fog.
You okay with that?
Sorry, I don't know. Something stuck in my throat. Might be COVID.
You need some water or something? You good?
No, I was just out at a rave last night.
What? We need to have a conversation, sir.
And it was a Trump rally rave. And at the Trump rally,
do I need to file for divorce papers, bitch? What is this?
What? No, it was just what? I can't have friends.
You
I
can't
gotta have a life too.
Yes, daddy can have a life too, but daddy ain't gonna have no life at no Trump rally.
It's a Trump rally rave, Karen.
It don't
yeah,
matter.
bubbles coming down.
It don't matter.
Long COVID brain fog may originate in a surprising place, say scientists. Scientists have uncovered a possible explanation for one of COVID-19's most vexing legacies: long COVID. You know, brain fog, memory loss, and fatigue.
Yes.
So they think it's serotonin, the lack of the neurotransmitter circulating in the body. It grabbed their attention because they were looking in the blood of long COVID patients, and they noticed, hey, there's no serotonin in here. Having low levels of that chemical predicted whether or not someone was suffering from persistent symptoms following an infection. Next, a team of researchers at the University of Pennsylvania carefully recreated the chain of events that might be depleting serotonin and causing downstream consequences that could line up with symptoms characterized by long COVID. Basically, they said we can explain some of the neurocognitive manifestations of long COVID through this pathway that leads to serotonin reduction. The work has made an impression on those studying long COVID, a condition that still has no validated treatment or widely accepted biomarker that doctors can use to diagnose the condition.
Right.
So, interesting. Serotonin.
Certain type of hormone.
Yeah, I wonder what that
does.
Like, how do you know you got low? You know what I mean? I feel like you don't know that till you get the long COVID or what, till you get tested.
You sure don't.
But yeah, they found that reduction in serotonin impairs communication between the vagus nerve and the brain, which then reduces some activity in a region of the brain known as the hippocampus. What's promising though is that cognitive symptoms, the Penn researchers documented in mice could be reversed. So they reversed it in mice. They're hoping maybe they can translate that to humans. They don't know if they can yet. They still got to do some more research.
I can see that.
So, and they really still don't know. A lot of this article is like, we don't really know yet. It's a whole puzzle. We're trying to solve the whole puzzle. This ain't like, this is just a thing that could be correlated, but we don't know if it's causal. So, but they're still working on it.
Yeah, they don't know. And there's so many questions and like a lot of shit this new. I'll just say it's gonna be another 5 to 10 years before we really know what the impact of COVID is. Because in the next 5 or 10 years, you will actually understand long COVID. Like right now, it's quote unquote long COVID, but it ain't like long COVID. So, you know, they've been done studies and research. But I mean long COVID, like, you know, it's long COVID as far as people have been dealing with this stuff for a few years. But when I say long COVID, once you start getting like your 5, your 10-year mark, that's when people can say, okay, this is a long enough period of time where we can actually give better numbers of how these things affect you over a longer extensive period of time. Because truth be told, we're still at the beginning of this shit.
Yep. All right, let's get into some other stuff. How about this?
We're going to war. Gender war. There's a war going on outside. Gender war. There's a war going on outside. Gender war.
All right, gender wars time. You know what it is. We have scoured the internet, found different content, and we're judging it from what were we judging? 1 to 10 or something?
I don't remember.
I don't know. We was judging the quality of the content. It's been a while.
I don't know if it was 1 to 5, 1 to 10. I think it may have been 1 to 5. I don't remember.
Shout out to that person that hated this segment and was like, I'm gonna quit listening. And then we just didn't do the segment for a while, mostly because I just forgot. It wasn't like on purpose. But not one, you didn't revise your review. You didn't write in an email. That's why I don't fuck with y'all. You know, the ones that be writing in the hateful shit, I don't fuck with y'all because y'all not real fans. All right, this is the first gender war clip. And I was very happy to see this one.
Okay.
Because all too often I only see like the black ones. So it's good to see a white man.
Oh shit, that's the white gender wars.
Pastor Mark Driscoll. I'm sure we've heard of him before, but because I don't traffic in this shit, I don't remember him. But he was talking about it. He was talking about that.
lied to feminist women talking about how wonderful their life is because they don't have a husband, they don't have children. So they're showing, oh, today I slept in, I went to the spa, I went to Belize. They just talk about how nice their life is because they don't have the inconvenience of a husband and children. And these are young women who have been perpetually lied to. And I'm just telling you, if they do a follow-up at 50, they're not going to be happy. They're going to be working late. They're going to be lonely. They're going to have 7 cats and a couple of STDs. And then at Christmas, they're going to be all alone, very sad. And what they're not going to post is, I'm winning.
What?
Good to see the whites getting into it.
Child, if you don't get out of here,
First of all, why does your pastor look like a trucker?
done it, child. If you don't,
Why does your pastor dress like Jason Bourne whenever he trying to escape the other agents?
right? And this right here is what this is gonna get whatever the highest score is because I'm looking at him like if you don't get the whole hell out of my face, because the thing is for a lot of those women that is the truth. Because they've done studies and statistics and shit like this about men and women to straight and getting married and impacting their lives and all that shit. Talking about people talking about they've been lied to. You know what people get lied to about? And this is as somebody who's married, people get lied to about this fairy tale of dreams of when you get married is gonna fix your life. This fairy tale and this dreams of when you get married, particularly being a straight woman. Everything about you is supposed to be last, and your kids and your husband and shit.
All
supposed
right.
to be
You know what?
first.
I've listened long enough. I had to stop you right there.
What?
man. I had to stop you. That is not what this segment is about. We not participating in the gender wars. I'm judging the content. Remember, I know it's been a while and you're rusty.
Yes.
What is the content? Not how much did it fuck with you.
Okay.
None of this is good.
That's true. Okay.
So
okay.
what would you
Okay.
give them? Because I
Well,
mean, I
I
feel like it worked on you. You
It
do owe them a
did.
10.
Yes,
You fell right in the trap.
I did. I guess I'm sorry. Yes, this is top notch. Kudos
Okay.
to you,
All right.
sir.
Yeah. So first thing I gotta say, love the editing, because I'm sure there's if it's edited so it gets to all the stomach punches. It's just all haymakers. like there's no filler in this
No.
thing. It's all just
No filler.
mean. Then I love the tight camera shot, which is edited in a way that is filmed with a phone that is vertical, meaning it's designed for TikTok.
Okay, it's not the wide angle.
It was like this does not feel like a sermon. It doesn't feel like, oh,
Mm-mm.
you took a snippet of my sermon.
Mm-mm.
I think he makes his sermon for the idea of TikTok.
Yes.
The other part of this, and I always find it funny because he looks just like the podcasters who do this. They cut the shot so tight. You don't see anyone else on stage or the audience. And I mean, conspiracy or not, he's a pastor, so maybe I'm wrong, but I often feel like there's not really an audience there, or if there is, it's not that big. Like it feels like it's designed to make you think I'm preaching to a huge room of people because
Yeah.
I got something to say about these
You might
females.
not always
And I
be.
feel like it would be the saddest thing, but like if they just zoomed out slowly
Just a little bit.
and then we just revealed this is a man in his house with a green screen or something. Like just like this is a man in his garage.
With a staff of 3.
It's just like 4 podcasters rented out the
studio.
conference room at the Ramada Inn, and they trying to act like they giving a goddamn seminar, knowing they podcast got 3 listeners and 12 followers on TikTok, and they just hoping that this viral content will help them. So I'll give it a 10 because it's very inflammatory. Like
yes, it is.
I really haven't seen anybody do it as good.
I'm sorry. I fell for it.
Yeah.
I fell for it quickly too.
It's been a while. Okay. Let's go to the next one. Okay. 0 to 10. I don't know who Benny is, but Benny says women stole Halloween from kids. True or false? Oh, let me give it to Too Cool to Blog. Love a good 2 thoughts.
That's basically what it is.
Love
you
a
didn't
good
say
thought.
thoughts, but that's how this shit is.
Because it's your way of saying something extremely problematic, but taking no ownership in what is happening. Like, hey, it's crazy to me too. Like, you the one shared it.
Yeah, check this out. Tomorrow is Halloween. You understand? Tonight is Beggar's Night. What y'all be in for Halloween? I want to know. Well, let me say this first. Women, y'all stole Halloween from the kids. Y'all pop out so naked every Halloween. Like, it ain't even the kids no more. It's y'all shit. What y'all being for Halloween, man? If you're looking for a costume, I got you. Yeah, check this.
Okay, is he a costume provider? Does he work in one of those?
I mean, he works for Party City. What is this?
Does he
the
work
costume
in,
place?
Does he work for one of those Halloween stores that pop up in like an old Rouse that
Yes,
went out of
what's the name
business?
of the places that pop up everywhere?
How you got us on Halloween costumes? What does that mean? But okay, so he tried to turn it into
cash only cash app.
What?
He said, you know, holler at me. I said, what is his payments?
Oh, yeah. Okay, so breaking down the content. Feels kind of lazily done.
Yes, this was not good. This was not
like
a
he
good
didn't
one.
like he kind of threw in the gender stuff as an aside. Women versus kids is not
that don't hit the same.
Yeah, it's not giving me the like let's fight about it. That you know, like there will be men who will agree with him, who will then go on to fight women.
Yes,
in the comments, but it's very indirect here.
Yes. Thank you, Devil Bitch. Spirit Halloween. That's the name of them places to be popping up everywhere. And also the thing is, when it comes to this, I look at intensity of voice. You didn't sound serious. It didn't sound urgent. Like you still could have spun it and kept it, but you was too laid back. You know, because when you do this video, it's a call to arms. So it should be like, y'all women out here still a Halloween band. Y'all stealing from the kids. You know, out here dressing like them thoughts. That's
a great point.
He didn't give me that
also
that I'm for war energy.
Also, he told on himself. If you believe women have stolen Halloween from the kids, it's because you put all your attention on scantily clad women.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you looking at for Halloween.
Yes, you are.
Because kids still doing Halloween shit, dressing up,
yes,
families dressing up. No, you follow IG models and you're one of these men that blames the IG models for making your dick hard because you can't handle the lack of control that you feel about being attracted to women because you got some type of fragile ego.
Right.
The comments, there were
shit.
people that said stuff in the comments. Kids stole it from the Celtic Festival in Samhain. So we got us an old literature major here. Dusty Capone says, I think you just got older, my guy.
Not Dusty Capone.
My favorite one is Big Cuddy.
Oh, shit. Big Cuddy. I like these names.
With two Y's. Big Cuddy says, y'all be listening to anybody who put a phone in front of their face.
That's the truth, baby.
Them women that party on Friday night before Halloween ain't stopping Nan Baby from trick-or-treating. Nigga just talking to talk. So this one I'm gonna give a 2.
This I'll decide. I'm gonna give this one a 1 because, like I said, the energy mattered. The tone, it was too laid back, and also you get minus points for making you brought the kids in it.
Yeah, that's a good point. All right, let's do one more. Stephen A. Smith shared this.
Oh,
now
shit.
I do love me with Stephen A. Smith. I find in myself loving Stephen A. Smith's non-sports content.
His non-sports, yes.
And I never really had a problem with his sports content. My main issue with him is his race content and political content. I just find it to be so lacking and weirdly conservative. And I think it's whack. You know, and I'm not one of these people that denigrates his work and all that stuff. I actually like his work.
Me too. He does great work.
When he starts talking that politics stuff, man, he just loses me in a big way. But he's been slipping into like some, like, just, you know, he did The Bachelor, The Golden Bachelor.
I love this cover. It's him covering that.
Played it on the show. And now
Balls Deep, yes.
No, we played it with Nick Jew on here.
Oh, that is right.
And now he slipped into the gender wars about the goddamn Cheesecake Factory shit. So if you haven't, there's levels to this. If you haven't seen, people created a list of places women said they won't eat. Now, we have no facts, no checks, no balances.
Right.
We don't know where this was sourced from. Everything I see about it,
making shit up.
Everything I see about it is a meme. Meaning, it's not a news article or something. Even the news articles that source it are taking a screenshot from an Instagram. I've seen this list, and in every list, they take a different, normally black, Instagram model hottie, and they put her picture next to the list of places they won't eat. And I've seen it with every Brittany Renner, just every
right. And
like
and
just
these things may or may not be true. Y'all,
but
making
just
shit
the
up.
women didn't say it.
Right. Okay. Right.
But they put like, here's a bad bitch. Here's a bunch of places she says she won't eat, and that's your mind will go there. Group of ladies make a list of places men in quotes shouldn't take them on first dates. Emoji, which is essentially thoughts.
Yeah, thoughts.
The thinking emoji is thoughts. Here's a list of places women absolutely refuse to go on a first date, and thank you to the ladies who reached out to me to help me on my list. And they don't say who this is a tribute to. It just says at Duval promo, but who knows?
Yeah, obviously the lady in this photo, these are not her comments.
Right. Cheesecake Factory is number 1. Number 2 is Applebee's. 3 is Chili's. 4 is Chipotle. 5 is Olive Garden. 6 is the movies. 7 is Your House. 8 is any fast food chain. 9 is Buffalo Wild Wings. 10 is Wingstop. 11 is Red Lobster. Beyonce sang about that for nothing. 12, a buffet. So just any of them. 13 is IHOP. 14, Denny's. 15 is the gym. 16 is church.
How did church get on the list?
Now, why are they in it?
Right?
I guess where the 2 or more gathered. 17 Starbucks. 18 coffee dates. This is so good. 19 ice cream dates. 20 family functions. 21 movie night, Netflix, Hulu, etc. 22 somewhere that requires a long drive.
Not in a destination. And shit, who decides long? For some people, 20 minutes is a long drive.
This is so good. Bowling is 23. The nightclubs are 24. Nightclubs, 25 is hookah bar. 26, a bar for just drinks. 27 is Waffle House. Now, how Waffle House below? Why is it lower on the list?
For Waffle House?
You think Waffle House would be over the Cheesecake Factory or places not to take me?
Right. Waffle House and Huddle House look like they've been the top 1 or 2.
28 is sports events. So my thing is, one, why 28? Why not 30? You know, if you want to go BuzzFeed style, you go 29. You want to go a prime number. But my favorite part is Stephen A. Smith shared this and said, well, damn, where can we go? Ladies, what is an acceptable first date? Going to go through some of your answers on this Stephen A. Smith show. This what he do now?
Now this I am here for. They got
I'm too pissed off.
Let's go.
He put on, well, this is weird though. He put a link said breaking this down now, but I don't know if this is actually to this.
Off today to joke around with my cold open. Okay, let's just get right to it because I got a lot of stuff on my mind. The Stephen A. Smith show coming your way right now. Holla at your boy. Okay. Let me get right to it. I'm not in a good mood. I really am not. The NBA season opened last night. First game of the year was the Los Angeles Lakers getting beat down.
Oh, this is about Anthony Davis.
Okay.
I don't know when he gets to.
Yeah, and it doesn't have like
to
a
the
thing,
silly shit.
that tells you about it or where it would be.
Yeah.
You have to go online. Oh, there you go.
I think I found it. Hold on.
Some around in there.
Because there was a story that I addressed the other day about this girl, clearly entitled, at the very least coming across as very, very trifling and entitled, was like, look at me. I cannot go into it.
Not Stephen A. Smith talking about somebody else being entitled and saying, look at me. Not Stephen A. Smith.
Cheesecake Factory. Looking like she's been there many times, by the way. Although she looked good. But the point is,
I appreciate his fairness because he tried to be on some like looking like she had a lot of Cheesecake Factory, like she was fat. But then he was like, but she did look good. And I appreciate the fairness because them titties was sick.
Them titties were tittying.
I've seen follow-up videos of that lady, and she may be saying a bunch of crazy stuff, but I mean, come on. We all seen the double D's.
Is that's what she said. And so, if you don't believe me, I wanted to revisit this subject because There's some people who sent in a list of places you can't go and you shouldn't go on a first date. And I said, I'm going to address that list. But before I do that, I wanted to rehash for y'all that video she put out on social media going on a first date, talking about she can't go to the Cheesecake Factory. And then,
Okay, I'm not gonna play all this just because it's way too long. But here's the thing, though.
I
Here's
think
the
you
thing.
get to a point.
Okay, I know you want to hear him talk about the list, but here's the thing. I have to go back and retroactively give the Cheesecake Factory video a higher score because I remember being pretty low on that.
Me too.
But now that it made its way all the way up to Stephen A. Smith. And even though the video was fake, I believe it's been confirmed that she's even said it was fake. Even though it was fake,
it did its
people
job.
want this shit to be real so they can say couldn't be me. That's the whole point. Is everybody shares this shit
be me.
so they can tell you why it couldn't fucking be them. And Stephen A. Smith needs us to know it couldn't be his $1 million ass. What? What? I mean, maybe Stephen A. goes to Cheesecake Factory. I bet he don't go to other places on the list now. But he had to let us know. No woman's gonna tell him she ain't eating at these places.
and up annually, even though that's cut in half after taxes after Uncle Sam gets a hold of you, depending on the city that you live in. But you know what I'm saying? Let's go down the list. Cheesecake Factory. No problem whatsoever. The menu is good. The ambiance is good. I'm cool with it. Ain't nothing wrong with Cheesecake Factory. That girl smoking something. And by the way, I think she lying. Don't tell me you can't go on no Cheesecake Factory. Stop lying. You know good and damn well. I saw you. I saw the video. You been to Cheesecake Factory before. Ain't no doubt you been to Cheesecake Factory before. You need to stop.
Why is he going into this fat phobia?
Ain't a black person alive that ain't walked into a McDonald's or a Burger King.
Okay, never mind. I see what he's saying. He went racial. I thought he was going fat. No, I'm sorry, Stephen. I apologize. That's a good pivot. Niggas do like Cheesecake Factory.
Hell, it's White Castle if you ask me. So don't even tell me that you ain't go to a Cheesecake Factory. And by the way, I don't eat the White Castle as much anymore and stuff like that. You know, I got myself in shape, got myself in condition and all of this other stuff. But I have to admit, it's the best laxative I've ever ate in my life. I got to tell you that right now. I'm just telling y'all that. I know it's TMI, but hey, you got to go to the bathroom. First of all, it tastes delicious. And secondly, it helps you unleash. It's a very, very good thing. You understand what I'm saying? Just a laxative I think you should think about.
I think I might be I'm going to start listening to the Stephen A. Smith show. I don't like this better than First Take. This way better.
Number 2. I'm only playing. I want to do that to White Castle. Burgers are delicious. I try to go there all the time before I, got in the gym. Applebee's. I like Applebee's. I've been to Applebee's on many occasions.
Well,
First date, no, but hell, I was just there a month ago.
I call Applebee's on the phone to see what's happening. I said Applebee's. Are the trade rumors true? Applebee's said, you got to get off the phone talking like that.
Oh. Me and my sister Sumatra, we got hungry and went to the Applebee's. What's wrong with Applebee's? The double burgers are nice. Double cheeseburgers are nice. You know what I'm saying? I like it. I like it better than their steak stuff, but I like it. Chili's, hell, there's Chili's all over Bristol, Connecticut. When I was at ESPN, you're damn right I went to Chili's. Yep. Chipotle, not my cup of tea. I'm not mine. Olive Garden. Ain't nothing wrong with the Olive Garden. Olive Garden.
All right, I can't listen to him do the whole list, but that's
good. That's good. I like the jokes.
All right. 0 to 100, Karen. I mean, 0 to 10.
And you know your menu, Stephen A. 0 to 10 on what?
On the Gender Wars content.
Shit, I was about to say on Stephen A. but it ain't Stephen A.
On the whole, the whole content with the you can't go to this restaurant and all that stuff.
Oh, the content itself.
Mm-hmm.
I would get us about a 7 or 8. It's not quite a 10 because like the lists are okay, but you know what to set this off? Somebody reading that list.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like that right there would have took it like to the next level because it's just something about audio versus you kind of reading it and putting you. But if some dude, some misogynistic voice sounding dude, even if he's not, was just, you know, reading the titles.
I give it.
I think
so
it would be higher.
What score did you give it?
About a 7 or 8.
7 or 8.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna give it a 9 because this had a lot of lasting power, and I gotta give the original video like a 8 or a 9 now because
Yeah, score got to go up on
as
that.
terrible as the acting was in that
It
video,
was bad.
I mean, that shit was on Good Morning America. I mean, people want to believe that happened.
Right.
Just because we all want to live in a world where we all get to call that woman entitled. That's the whole crux of this video is just us being like, bitch, you not too good for those goddamn Cheesecake Factory.
Yeah, it couldn't be me.
Yeah, like that's the whole, like the world is just yelling at her that you should want some cheesecake. Like you ain't too good for Cheesecake Factory.
No, basically.
So I guess I gotta give it to her, man. I mean, you got one of the most popular sports personality in America doing 8 minutes of his own show dedicated to like Applebee's. Yeah, I mean, I had some Applebee's. Like, what are you even doing at this point?
Why are you so angry?
I see White Castle ain't on the list now. That's snub. I'm like, calm down. Bro. All right, that was some good gender war stuff. I could keep going. There's so many gender wars.
Yes, we're gonna bring it back so I can remember the scoring system.
All right.
We're going to war. Gender war. There's a war going on outside. Gender war. There's a war going on outside. Gender war.
The whole time about that list, I was like, majority of these places I've ate at and I liked a lot.
But that's the whole point of the list. Everybody. Everyone
Yeah.
had the same thought. It wouldn't work. If they put a bunch of obscure places, it wouldn't have worked. It only
True.
works if you pick at places people go on dates all the fucking time.
That's true.
So that we go, bitch, are you crazy? Like because now it's about us.
That's
but I've
true.
been in the
It's-
Applebee's.
it's about us.
I didn't feel like I was
I
getting,
did the
you
2
know.
for 20.
Yeah.
Yes.
Bullshit. Bullshit. Also, I always wonder why doesn't the class argument ever come into this? Because like, I think it's because the gender stuff is happening that
Yeah,
people,
that overshadows everything
yeah,
else.
because it's always
Mhm.
like these are working class restaurants. Meaning, if you just got like a desk job, it's or blue or like a job where you like a mechanic.
Come in here for soup and salad. Two
Yeah.
two for $7. A half a sandwich and a cup of soup.
Everything can't be Shays Whitey's every fucking night.
Child, no, not for most people,
And
jobs.
especially for like a first date. Like I always think I feel like the first date it should be kind of low stakes. So I think that
Yeah.
I think a lot of people agree with that, and that's why that works. Is because you get into that. All right, let's do some other stuff. Diddy is temporarily stepping aside as chairman of Revolt in wake of lawsuits. Now, the fact that it already says temporary lets you know
He coming back.
yeah.
Mhm.
Is this a punishment? Like he got suspended from the NBA for 10 games? Like
He just stepping down to a lot of this shit blow over.
that's what I think. He's just like, let me get out of here because it's kind of hot right now.
Right.
Everybody
and
thinks
so
I did
y'all
it.
other people could do their jobs and not be associated with me.
And then he's also no longer going to be associated with Capital Preparatory Schools. So Capital Prep.
Okay.
They're ending their partnership with him. The school was co-founded by him and Dr. Steve Perry in 2006. He's long been involved with the institution, visiting students at the Bronx location last October and donating $1 million to the school. They also have locations at Harlem and Bridgeport, Connecticut. Despite the success of the partnership, Capital Prep is done with Diddy for the foreseeable future.
Yeah, because they don't want to deal with that. They don't want to have to go out and do things and you trying to fundraise and all this stuff and people are going to ask you. So it's like, you have got to go, dog. We want to continue this and the mission and the purpose is bigger than you.
Mm-hmm. He's also no longer going to be the face of his De Leon tequila.
Oh, shit.
So
To do commercials, yeah.
I keep noticing the language is like stepping away.
Stepping down.
Will not be, the face. So it makes me feel like he's still gonna get the money from these endeavors.
Yeah, cause if not, there'd be a lot of lawsuits.
Yeah. Jada Pinkett Smith reveals that she and Will Smith are staying together forever.
Okay.
I thought her press tour was over. I wonder. Oh, she was on the Drew Barrymore show, it sounds like. Okay. So I guess Drew was on hiatus. You had the writer strike stuff.
Yeah, and people
she probably was supposed to have promoted this then, but now Drew's finally getting her on the show.
Correct.
So we're finally getting this clip because I'm like, is the book still selling? I feel like maybe Yor and his shadow separated in a way in this book, whether they stay together forever or not. Barrymore said, it sounds like you're staying together forever. And Jada says, we're staying together forever. I tried, we tried. Which is interesting because the only reason people thought they might not be staying together forever is because 3 weeks before this, Jada had said, we were separated, split, and Kathy Lee Holder, whatever her name is, was like, divorce? And she said, divorce. And so most people think of divorce as not being together. Now,
that's a different.
You can have a different definition, but the definition in the book is y'all ain't together.
Right. Not being together is different than a divorce. Like divorce means you file paperwork, something's in the process. Those things are not the same. Because people, quote unquote, separate, get back together all of the time. Just because you separate don't mean you ain't gonna get back together.
Also, it never sounded like they got an official divorce.
No.
I mean, she never sounded like they put in any paperwork.
Right.
She just said they were calling it that.
And as nosy as people are and shit, all that shit is public record. So the second that shit hit, everybody would have known. So no, they have not filed for nobody's divorce.
Yeah, and she had told Hoda from NBC News that her and Will have been living completely separate lives since 2016. However, she later clarified that they made a promise there will never be a reason for them to divorce. We'll work through whatever, and I just haven't been able to break that promise, she continued at the time. All this to say, like, good for Jada. Gotta get the word out. People were starting to forget that you had a book out. And, the memes was getting out of control. And then all this other stuff happened. Serious shit happened.
Yeah.
And people forgot.
Yeah, because usually top thing on gender wars, like for a while. And, to the fact that this is basically considered a Jada Pinkett scale. You know what I'm saying?
I think once Keke Palmer got all that scandal came out about her domestic violence. I think Jada shit fell to the wayside, but good to see her trying to get back on top. We're rooting for you, Jada. Just tell us some more of your business, okay? We don't care.
Oh, they'll be back.
I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't care. So y'all can say anything.
I don't care either. And as much as people complain, whenever the Red Table Talk show come back, I think somebody picked it up. Whenever it comes back.
Oh, it did get picked up? Okay.
I think they were saying something about it's coming back.
Okay.
And so my thing is, whatever that happened, y'all be complaining about that. That's how I noticed she's still alive.
Yeah, but I don't care. I don't want anyone to think I don't care about her business.
Correct.
No, I don't care to judge her for telling us her business. I do want to know. I'm nosy, and I've always wondered what it's like living with Will Smith. Just keep giving us all the fucking notes. Who cares? I do a show every day. I need something to talk about. She's one of the only people helping. Squid Game, the challenge contestants intend to take legal action against Netflix.
Oh shit, what happened?
Despite much protest, Netflix charged ahead with its Squid Game inspired reality competition show, Squid Game, The Challenge. Unsurprisingly, it went so wrong, the streamer may soon have a lawsuit on his hands. Contestants are set to sue due to unsafe working conditions on the set.
Oh no!
Especially during the red light, green light game. Now in the TV show, red light, green light was the simple child's game of red light, green light. You got to stop when they say red light. But if you moved, fell, whatever, there were automatic guns that would kill you. And they always shot perfect, by the way. They just hit. They just knew how to shoot people. It never ricocheted off nobody. Anyway, so Netflix announced the challenge, and it sparked outcry for embracing the ideas of the original Squid Game criticized. This has been my big problem with it. I can't watch the reality show version of it because I'm like, the entire fucking show is about how a reality show like this would be hard. This contest is horrible. And it's such a corporate idea to be like, the thing we took from it was that we need to do. It's like watching The Running Man, the movie The Running Man, and being like, all right, next thing you know, American Gladiators got to actually have bullets in the gun. Like,
no,
that's the opposite of what The Running Man was talking about.
That's the bad lesson to learn.
That makes you the bad guy. If you were in the Squid Game, you, the corporate execs who made this, would be those people who were sitting in the back watching the fucking games. Don't let them see Hunger Games. Give them no ideas.
Please don't.
The competition of the original series is meant to be an allegory for a capitalist society that reflects the cruelty of competition and those who are exploited and oppressed by the system, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, what happened was during this red light, green light thing, it was in freezing conditions.
It was super cold.
And because it's not actually real time, like they're really filming this like a basketball game. Like when you watch a basketball game, if the TV part of the basketball game was 2.5 hours, that's because the game was 2.5 hours basically.
Right.
With the reality show, we're cutting, we're slicing, we're doing this, we're moving people here, we need an angle from this, we need another shot of this, we need to retake this. So apparently these motherfuckers was out in the cold for hours while they filmed this red light, green light thing.
Oof.
And they're saying that they haven't filed a lawsuit as of yet, but people think it's very likely that they're going to get sued.
Yeah, under the conditions, and I'm pretty sure they're looking like, hey, dog, like you should be accommodating us and all these things. We shouldn't be out here fucking freezing like this. If you know you need to do this, take us somewhere where it's warmer and then bring us back out, like something versus just having us out there for hours on end.
Meanwhile, this sounds like your TV show.
Right.
Why would you cut this out? This is the part of the show that's the most like Hunger Games, is these motherfuckers freezing to death between shots and being like, I quit. I'm out. Fuck this shit. I'm on. So these people got nerve damage and hypothermia while filming.
Yeah, dog.
They said it was temperatures as low as 27 degrees Fahrenheit. So that's ours. That's cold. The filming lasts a staggering 6 hours in freezing conditions.
6 hours.
My nigga, I have gone outside as a kid to throw snowballs with my brother. And I would give myself a hot 20 minutes before I was like, my hand's gonna die. I have to go back inside. I don't know what I was thinking. 6 hours?
Yeah, I don't like the cold. Like,
but 6 hours? I'm surprised no one got frostbite.
Right.
Or maybe that's the nerve damage they're talking about is from frostbite.
Yeah, and also it's one of those things too where we're contestants of things, but it's also one of those things where they go, hey, if you was filming a TV show, would you have your actors out here?
Of course
like
not, because
right,
actors have a guild.
So
these fucking reality show people are just people that want to be famous and don't have talent.
Right.
No offense, reality show people, but come on. Reality, the talent is getting attention, which I hear you, but come on. That means y'all willing to do shit that a motherfucker with some talent would be like, I'm not sitting out here 6 hours, I'm a singer. You know what I mean? Like, you can't treat motherfucking Robert Redford this way.
Mm-mm.
You know what I mean? He's like, bitch, I'm a real actor. Bye. What y'all doing? But if the whole point is we just are gonna treat you like shit anyway, we don't gotta worry about safety precautions and all that stuff. Fuck it. What y'all gonna do? Sue?
Yeah, it depends on what kind of papers they sign too.
Of course, but even still, you probably can sue.
Yeah, probably still can sue.
I mean, there's always a limit to any of that shit.
Yes,
but,
it is.
Yeah. Lastly, Pushin P lyrics referenced in Young Thug's trial.
Who's a Pusha P?
Pushing P.
Oh, Pushing P.
It was a song he had in 2022. Gunna and Future
had
a hit song called Pushin P. It features Young Thug. And the lyrics are being mentioned in this trial, this YSL RICO trial.
Okay.
YSL is the gang. It's like the rap group / gang / label that Young Thug is accused of running.
Okay, this makes sense. I still don't know who they are, but it makes sense because we talked about it before. Yes.
Yeah. And they're being charged with racketeering. So the trial is underway. And Young Thug's lawyer, Brian Steele, has been pretty I gotta say, he's been doing pretty good on Twitter. I don't know how that works in the courtroom, but on Twitter they're sharing the clips, being like, "I wish this man was my lawyer." But he said, "There's nothing wrong with holding up a blood sign, but that's not a blood sign. That's a P. Jeffrey's fingers are down. What you'll learn is that Jeffrey just released with Sergio Kitchens, a performer known as Gunna, a song that is wildly popular around the globe. It's called Pushing P. It's positivity. So the P in Pushing P is not pimping, it's positivity. So Urban Dictionary got some explaining to do.
Yeah, it does.
Okay, we trust y'all as a source, and you let us down.
Let me all the way down.
And also, Thug, Young Thug, that's his name.
Okay.
You know what that stands for?
Mm-mm.
Thug apparently means truly humbled under God, according to his lawyer.
What?
Young, truly humbled under God, yeah. This is a great lawyer. I mean, in the court of Twitter. In the actual courtroom, I don't know.
Child, that judge be like, if you don't get out my face and get me some facts, sir.
Well, you sound like the kind of person that thought Johnny Cochran, if you didn't fit, if the glove doesn't fit, you must have quit. You would have been like, oh, if you don't get out of my face, and OJ walked out free. So this shit could be working. It's easy. I mean, I don't know because it's Twitter.
Right.
And Twitter's, they just got jokes and comedy.
Mm-hmm.
But if this motherfucker walks based off of Pusha P stands for positivity, I don't know what the fuck to think.
Child, that man gonna be booked for the next 25 years.
I don't know. That lawyer will never not work again.
Never not work again.
It means in any circumstance you're in, if you think positively about something, you can make it through. You're pushing positivity. I love the last line of this article. Only time will tell how the rest of the trial will go.
That's hilarious. Only time will take. No shit.
Hard-hitting journalism right there, man.
They had to reach their 2,000 word limit, sir.
There wasn't no 2,200 words. All right, let's get into our game. Okay, it's game time.
Okay.
Guess the race.
It's time to guess the race. It's time to guess the race. It's time to guess the race. It's time to guess the race.
All right, guess the race. You okay over there?
Yes. I'm laughing at somebody said in the chat room.
Okay. It's guess the race time, and it's time to talk about these articles that I found. And then Karen in the chat room try to guess the race of people involved. They're often wrong, and they're often racist. A former teacher said that she has made $1 million on OnlyFans in less than 6 months.
Ooh, child, you put them school books down and put them things out and be like, A, B, C, D, E, this.
The former Missouri teacher who made headlines for having an OnlyFans account said she has made nearly $1 million on the platform since she joined it over the summer.
Child, she's like, oh, I'm going to be teaching y'all kids and fighting COVID and shit.
Former teacher Brianna Coppage revealed to Fox News the staggering amount of money she's made making adult content. She had been a teacher for 5 years, spending the last 2 at St. Clair High School as an English teacher, before resigning after her OnlyFans page was discovered by school administrators as she was put on leave. She noted that the annual teaching salary is $42,000. And she originally started OnlyFans just to help pay off her student loans. Well, that's what every stripper says.
That's what they all do.
Yeah. Missouri is one of the lowest. I wonder if strippers mad at the Biden administration. Like, these niggas canceling student loans? That's my cover story. Yeah, baby, I'm just trying to make it through school. Twerk, 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 twerk. Give me that. Make it rain.
Right.
And then people will be like, yeah, but school basically free. Here's a $1.
Oh, thanks.
Missouri is one of the lowest states in the nation for teacher pay. She told KMOV, the district I was working for is also one of the lowest paying districts in the state. I feel like times are tough. I have student loans. I have multiple degrees of education, and it would be helpful for extra money. So she basically said she would have to work 24 years to make the same amount of money she made in less than 6 months on OnlyFans.
Woo! Yeah, that's
I didn't know she was a math teacher. Cobby says she now has tens of thousands of subscribers on OnlyFans that has far exceeded her teaching salary for the year. She also has paid off all her debt.
Come on, debt free.
I've been able to pay off all my student loans, any car loans, any credit card debt. I have no debt. I have no debt now, and that's really freeing.
Yes.
I was able to get my phone bill paid.
Yeah.
And I rode a train, rode a plane. Thanks to Kanye's work out. Being a teacher, I know never would have been able to fully pay all that off, she says. She says she used to avoid showing her face because of her job as a teacher, but her content was originally discovered by the school district after a link to the page was posted in a St. Clair Facebook group.
Somebody kids, my daddy got a hold of that.
You know what? I have a conspiracy theory.
Okay, go ahead.
Every last one of these stories, I feel this, all the teachers, the OnlyFans model stories, because they're always success stories. It's never like, you know, cafeteria lady tries to be an OnlyFans. No one wants to see it. She is homeless. Like, it's always like
that story.
Made $12 billion in 3 days. Hoes be winning. Back to you in the booth, Rachel.
Oh, at the end of her thing, she said, "Hoe is life." All right, back to you, Bob.
So here's my thing. I think they snitch on themselves.
Promote them pages.
It's the best promotion.
That shit goes viral.
The local news will never cover anyone's OnlyFans page any other way. It's not like they ever cut to like, hey, OnlyFans page, local OnlyFans page, woman is making a lot of money. Well, what's the scandal? Did she used to work at the church? Nah, she just got a lot of good content. We want to support the sister. Good on you out there. Get that money, girl.
Today's weather sponsored by OnlyFans. That's not happening.
It's always got to be like a local youth pastor discovered, always. And I think anonymously, quote unquote, she shared her own link in the Facebook group. It's great advertising, all the local dads.
Is.
And then of course all the local moms give you great word of mouth. They
go talk to each other, talk about it. Yes.
We got to get her fired from the school now, blah blah blah. Boom, you on the news. Oh no, I'm getting fired. It's the worst thing ever. Don't go to onlyfans.com, hot teacher. Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Don't definitely don't want to follow me out there. Subscriptions half off for the next 30 days. You don't want to do that.
I also got a Patreon. You don't want to do that.
I do everything, okay? I do it all from strange for some change. Y'all just let me know, okay? If you want to buy some underwear, definitely don't sign up. And then they do an article about how much money they made. So I think they snitch on themselves. That's all I'm saying.
That's actually very smart.
Once the page gained so much attention in the community and even across the country, Coppage said she knew she couldn't go back to the classroom and decided to resign. She said her content was never advertised to her high school students, but adults in the community continue to bring up the subject. Well, it's not just that, but the adults are telling the kids.
Yes, they are.
And I'm sorry, but if I'm a high school kid and I find one of my teachers got OnlyFans, nigga, I'll steal my daddy's credit card. That's have to see. Little horny kids, that's all they fucking think about is the few people in their lives naked. That's it. It's not even really up to them. It's hormones. Like, yeah, of course you can't just go back to teaching. These motherfuckers will never let you be a teacher.
Correct.
And I'm not even saying the kids will be disrespectful or out of control. It's just, I literally just know that nobody, as open-minded as we try to be, people can't live like this.
You're right. I wish it
too
was.
Distracting.
I wish we wasn't as patriarchal. Patriarchal. I wish, but it is what it is.
Yeah. So yeah, while she said she will miss her students and has grieved her career as a teacher, she doesn't have
why?
She doesn't have any regrets. Let me tell you.
I done made more in 6 months than I did in a fucking year. Them kids and kiss my ass.
Then you would in 24 years. I wouldn't miss none of them. All right, Karen, guess the race of this teacher.
I'm going, because it's such a positive, successful story, white.
All right, Karen's going white. Let's check the chat room, see what they believe her race is. White, and I'm gonna need a link.
That's hilarious.
Right?
That's
you know what though? Real talk, I do hate when they have a news article and they don't just link to the person's OnlyFans. I want to see at least they Twitter. What the fuck? Like y'all did this, not me. Don't try to make it seem like I'm the sleazeball. The whole article is like you can see this woman's titties somewhere if you play your cards the right way.
It's like, well, give a link.
Right.
Paid something.
Fuck them kids. That's not a race. I bet she had pink nipples, didn't she, Roderick White?
Oh no!
White with 12% Asians.
Not 12%.
Him to hedging her bets in the chat. I'm gonna be contrary and say black, says June. Okay, June, I'll see you, girl. Cypher says Hot for Teacher is her theme song. White. Well, the correct answer is if you said, and Karen, you said white.
Mm-hmm.
If you said white, you got it correct. If you said black, I'm sorry, but you missed it on this one. It is interesting. Now, I've never seen one of these stories about a black woman who made this move yet. And part of me thinks, I know a black woman has definitely made this move, but part of me just thinks it's the news being biased and being like, why would we cover a black one? Let us know when a hot blonde, okay, when a sensible Anglo-Saxon white lady, when a wasp goes to, when she wants to start showing her feet, you let us know.
You let us know, child. You know, you click that page, you be like, she's my cherry pie. That's what you're going to be hearing in the background.
All right, here's another one.
Okay.
I became an OnlyFans star at 56. Then someone outed me to my hometown.
At 56?
Mm-hmm.
This person probably can retire.
Yeah.
If you making money like the other girl.
Now, this is interesting because I believe she wrote this article.
You think she wrote this article?
I'm not joking.
Oh, is it by anonymous?
The title is HuffPost Personal.
Okay. If that's the person that wrote it.
So I think she wrote the article. So she broke the news on herself. Like, guys, y'all ain't gonna believe this. Y'all get into these titties. Okay? Check gather around.
You read the news, read these titties.
I got a story to tell.
About my chest.
So she says she grew up in a small town in the South. And she said everybody knew everybody's business and gossip about it, but she never was at the center of any gossip. But then when she turned 56, she launched an OnlyFans account that immediately took off and made me a huge adult entertainment star. To say that my career change was out of the ordinary is an understatement. After 30 years of working a corporate job and raising a family, my life was mundane. I felt trapped in a loveless, sexless marriage. The husband's like, why am I in? And what?
I thought I was digging you down. She was like, no.
It was sexless, motherfucker. And
you call that sex? That's what she about to say.
I'm an OnlyFans type. And wondered if that was all there is to life. I let my hair go gray during the COVID pandemic. Bitterly unhappy. I put on weight. I drank a lot of wine. I cried a lot. After years of battling bulimia, finally overcoming and making healthy choices, I was headed in the wrong direction once again. Desperate to make a change, I gathered up all my courage that I had inside and I asked for a divorce. I decided that I would rather be alone than unhappy in my relationship. I felt at that time I would probably be alone for the rest of my life. And then I met Cam.
Oh, shit. You met the Cam girl.
I was intrigued by this not the Cam, a dude named Cam.
Oh, a dude named Cam.
I was intrigued by this well-spoken, highly intelligent man, 20 years my junior. Now, he was doing some dicking down.
Yeah, he was. You better be careful of them hips.
He was the most handsome man I'd ever seen. So I was convinced that he couldn't have felt the same electricity I did when our eyes met for the first time, but I was mistaken. To my amazement, he asked me out and our relationship quickly turned physical. I was blown away to find that my sensual side, which I had repressed for many years, was just waiting for the right person to revive it. The camera soon came out. We found that we enjoyed taking pictures and making videos in intimate moments. I was so excited and added a new layer of intensity to our bedroom romps. He made me feel like the most beautiful woman. He's a personal trainer. So he had a workout routine that worked for her.
Yeah, I seen them porns.
I don't know if it's the plot to any scenes, but
me either. But that's kind of how it starts out. Now it don't make sense, and you can't follow the story. But that's how it starts.
They started talking about OnlyFans, and then they thought it was a huge turn on for both of them. And because she has a business background, she started to research the mature entertainment creator niche and learned that men in their 20s. She learned that men in their 20s, 30s, and 40s were the primary demographic for content made by women of her age. Now, what were you saying before that? Computer what?
I forgot.
Okay, all right. Sorry.
No problem.
I once would have been surprised by that, but having a 36-year-old boyfriend who was totally hot for me made me realize that age gap fantasy is definitely a thing. So then she asked him, you think anybody be interested in watching a 56-year-old woman take her clothes off and have sex? And he said, baby, the way you do it, definitely.
That's a whole genre.
Shout out to support. We love to see it.
It ain't called MILF for no reason.
MILF, GILF, it don't really matter.
And GILF too.
I feel like that's a body type thing, and then people just throw the age on top of it for no reason. It'd be like, listen, you a GILF. It's like, I'm 23. It don't matter. You a GILF in this film. We write the titles, not you.
Right. You've been looking like this. No, like what's happening here? No.
Do I come to your job and slap the dicks out of your mouth? Don't tell me how to title my porns. Now you are a MILF. I don't care. Some people have children as young as 13. Who knows what your life is like?
Right. But I don't have a single gray hair. It don't matter. We can put you on a wig.
Right. So you bleach. Who gives a fuck? This is gilfs.com. You signed the contract.
Right. Do you know what was happening?
Anyway, so she started doing it. It became empowering to her. They were having sex on it. She's one of the most successful creators on the platform. Really, she said she started to get requests to do podcasts and interviews. Like she blew up heavy. Okay. Then she started receiving hate-filled messages from someone who knew her real identity and called me a hypocrite because I am a Christian and I attend church regularly. They posted on social media tagging both my stage name and real name and said that people who knew me should see what I'm really like.
Sound like a hater.
She thinks it's someone from her hometown that subscribed without knowing it was her, but then got the surprise of their life.
Yeah, when they realized it was her.
Okay. I gotta go back to my conspiracy. I think she did it. I think she pretended to be anonymous hater and was like, oh no, this lady needs to be stopped. She definitely go to her OnlyFans, which is having a sale, and subscribe to see the filth that this lady is doing.
Cyber Monday, Black Friday sale.
Right. You got till the 5th to sign up.
Come on.
She said, the situation quickly snowballed there as more people found out about my career. People I barely know are angry that I didn't tell them about my new life, as if this somehow had a right to this information. Being angry you didn't tell them could go two ways. Because I could be like, girl, I'm mad you didn't tell me you had these titties the whole time. Girl, you crazy. Or it could be like, bitch, burn at the stake, Scarlet S. I don't know.
For most people, most of them people sound like it's going to be the second one. So, yeah. Business.
Who's mad? That's
jealous
such a weird
people.
Like, I wouldn't be, it's not like they're super, it's not Superman. Every time it's a fire, you just disappear. It's not like that. Why would I be mad? Anyway. All right, Karen, guess the race.
Child, she used the word rumps, white. I was like, rumps? What's we rumping? I was like, oh, this sound like the novels with the man. They'll be up there with the long floor and Fabio hair and hairless. Yes. I was like, you said rumps. I was like, who the fuck says rump? That's why I said white. I would be surprised if any black folks say rumps.
Okay. All right. I mean, we had this song Rump Shaker back in the day.
But I don't think she's talking about the rump like that.
All right. Karen says no. All right. Let's check the chat room. Indian says him. Okay. All right. Can probably fuck with Tim's on black, says Trey. Okay.
That was
he's trying to guess Cam. I don't know. Yeah, it's not about Cam. We guess her race. Come on, stop making up new rules. Making sweet caramel swirly love play white. Exactly. Shake your rump. White gilf that got her first shot of BBC and never looked back. I'm gonna need that link also. Okay.
Everybody need links now.
I get it. And it's a shame it's not an article. Asian, says Mary. The correct answer is White. You got it, Karen. Some of you did miss it, so I gotta play the blues.
Oh, she Dickens too.
Yeah, that's her. At 56 with a 36-year-old boyfriend. That's a 36-year-old boyfriend. Look like a white dude to me, but could be on that Jesse Williams. I don't know. That's her from I guess in 1983. So I mean, she was pretty then. So I don't. She didn't have any like pic. This is 1997. She's always been cute. I don't know, but she didn't. I know she didn't include any pictures from when she was unhappily married or whatever. So maybe you know we could look at those pictures and be like, oh, okay, girl, you know. But yeah, she out here getting it, dog.
Oh, boy.
Good for her.
There's a whole genre out there.
I like this line. Someone once told me it costs 0.00 to mind your business, but that's apparently too expensive for some people. Okay now.
Okay with the shade.
Okay now. It's honestly too cheap for some people because they was paying to see your OnlyFans just so they could be like, I'm disgusted.
Yeah. So
One more click.
They spent money unnecessarily.
I'm looking at this next picture, still disgusted. My God. How much can you? This is filthy. I better check out one more video.
I'm at the 50th one, and I mean, goddamn, I mean, research purposes.
I can't believe you go to this church doing this all the time. Just, oh my goodness.
Yeah, and then they come to you like, you know what? I like your work respectfully.
I know they disgusted. They can't like it.
But for the people that do, they say that.
That was why I ain't racist. How can I be racist about anybody or anything in my life? How can I?
Call them niggas. Just call them niggas.
It's time to get
Gold teeth, gold chain wearing, fried chicken and biscuit eating, monkey ate baboon, big dive, fast running, high jumping, spear chucking, 360-degree basketball.
All right, Karen, you're 2 for 2.
Yay!
You made it to the third round where everything's worth triple the points and triple the racism. See if you can finish this one out strong.
Okay.
This is
in other top stories. Houston police need your help identifying a woman accused of hitting, pepper spraying, and robbing a rideshare driver.
Yeah, we just got the surveillance video today, so take a look at this. The woman is caught on camera, pepper spraying the rideshare driver. This is outside of a fast food restaurant on the Gulf Freeway and Wayside. Happened back on September 6th. HPD says the woman was upset because the driver would not take her through the restaurant drive-thru. He asked her to get out. She refused, so he forced her out. The woman then allegedly hit the driver in the face and stole his wallet. Police are asking the rideshare company to appear before a grand jury for more details. If you know anything about this woman, call HPD.
And this is 100% caught on camera. Oh. Like when I mean like 4K, you know, like
it's not even grainy.
Like somebody filmed this for this article type like shit.
When they spent the money on the security system, they was like, if the police wanted to tape, they was like, you don't get the real footage. We ain't gonna tape over this. That shit was in somebody's cloud.
Yeah, like she will not be able to, if they find this woman, she will not be able to beat the charges.
Going to jail.
She can't be like, I'm pushing positivity. They were like, no.
You're going to jail now, ma'am.
Guess the race, Karen.
Black.
Karen's going with black. Chat room, him just says Japanese and Kenyan. Technically kind of counts as black. I don't know. Nigga shit. Black. I think y'all did this one. It's black. We did this one? I don't remember this.
I don't remember either.
Activity sound real black.
I said, if we did, I don't remember, baby.
People are saying, so did we do this one already, guys? I don't
remember. How about you
yeah,
can
it's
pick
not
another
saying
one?
We did it. Well, anyway, Karen, you got it right. She is black. You won. Damn, now no one clap. Have you missed it? Now,
They got a full flash shot of her.
yeah, she has a bonnet on. In some of the video, this is her spraying him with like pepper spray or something. Her bonnet isn't on anymore. And the other thing is, so he was her Uber ride. She's like, take me through the drive-through, which is not part of the fucking thing.
Deal.
Yeah.
He's doing Uber person, not Uber Eats.
Then she like destroys his car, like takes his shit, throws stuff out of his car, takes his wallet. She puts her bonnet on. Shout out to Monique. She did try to warn us, and it was my fault. I didn't listen, Monique. I thought you were being classist, but maybe I missed the warning signs. Okay, because she's definitely giving take your wallet and throw all your shit out of the car onto the sidewalk energy right now. Then what do you do? Because you don't got a car. So does she just call another Uber? And, like, what? You just hop on the next app like, yeah, I need another ride, and bitch, you better stop at Taco Bell. Like, how do you do that? Oh man, that's a new service Uber should offer though. Uber Eats, and it's Uber Eats and you can ride. But hey, take me to Burger King and take me back home.
People would do that service. Yeah, that makes sense.
Well, people are saying we did this one before. Okay. All right. I don't know. I must not have gotten rid of the article. But you know what, guys?
I don't remember.
I'm feeling charitable. So we'll do one more. Okay?
Yay.
I got y'all.
I
got y'all.
I don't remember, but I don't, y'all.
Bonus round.
Let's go.
Stop me if you heard this one before. Chick-fil-A worker trades fast food for OnlyFans cash. A Florida woman who quit her job in fast food to launch a porn career and OnlyFans page isn't looking back. She began looking for side hustles online. In 2019, she landed a small role in an adult film where she earned $1,000 for a day of work. What is a small role in an adult film? Was you just an extra? Are you the person that somehow can't see that your stepfather and stepdaughter are having sex in the background? Like, who are you?
That's a good question, and I really have been enjoying all these people that have successful lives on OnlyFans.
I feel like if you had a small role in a porn film, you're the person that like is at Thanksgiving actually eating the food while the other people are having sex. Like you're that person.
You are. Yeah.
Because they always have one of those people that's just like, have you seen Henry? And it's like, no, I haven't seen him. Apparently you can't hear either.
Right. Apparently I'm invisible right now.
Yeah, let me knock on this door and see what's going on in here. Meanwhile, the audio from inside the door is like, fuck me in the face, fuck me in. We are definitely having very much sex in here. You are not, that we're not supposed to be having. You're somebody's husband and I'm a babysitter. And it's just like, excuse me guys, have you seen my husband? No. And only the top half of my body's hanging out the door and it's moving up and down. But no, I haven't.
We have not. We're busy doing other things.
She went back to work at the restaurant, but then that's when the problems arose.
Aw, shit.
She had worked at the same location since she was 15, but she was forced to quit after gossip spread about her porn gig. It was a nightmare for me. People would come up to me in the store and shout out my character's name. Who were you in the porn? I need to know now. Where's the link?
Got a lot of questions. Where's the link? That is the number one question of the night.
Was this a star turn or are you just hyping this up? I don't know. Who the fuck has a small role in the porn but steals every... You're like, you know what? I need to find out what Dippin' Dots this woman works at.
Yes! Come on, Dippin' Dots at the mall! Now I gotta go 30 minutes out of my way to find this woman.
Hold up. Let me stop jacking off for a second. I think this woman worked at Chick-fil-A.
I think.
Because when he came on her face, she said, it's been my pleasure to serve you. And it sounded real familiar. I got to make a trip. My boss found out and the company lost trust in me. I went from being their star training director who could wrap 24 sandwiches in 4 minutes to being a joke. And I felt depressed about the whole thing. Okay, listen, I'm sorry. Not to turn into a boomer here, but ma'am, Ma'am, you worked at Chick-fil-A. Come on. You can't put them. I can't believe they had a problem with this.
Yeah, you can't do that at Chick-fil-A.
Who could have seen this coming?
Who could have seen it?
I mean, I saw it coming all over my face many times, but who could have seen this
Maybe
reaction?
losing my job.
That's what she should say. She should pretend. She should be like, but y'all Christian. How would you possibly even know pornography exists? It's the perfect crime.
Nope.
If they catch her, she should act like Chris Hansen. Have a seat over there.
Right
Now,
there.
why? How do you know I was in porn? Can you explain what was happening?
Yes. Where's the link and how do you know?
But then she said it forced her to pursue a different career path. And she began talking to models on social media, which led to her joining the adult film industry. With the support and encouragement of her twin sister.
Twin sister!
Hold on. Can your twin sister not do porn? Because I feel like if my twin sister does porn, we basically do porn. Because people
are going to accuse me.
If people were coming up to you at Chick-fil-A being like, I saw that DP last night.
You know her sister minding her business going, the fuck are you talking about?
I'll take extra Polynesian sauce the way you took extra Polynesian sauce, if you know what I'm saying. You know what I mean? And then and your sister works at what, Lowe's? And she just regular?
Right, regular ass. And they coming over there, she just fucking, particularly if she didn't know, she was confused as shit and be like,
Right.
And then come to you be like, what the fuck did you do? Because everybody keep telling me I'm in the hardware section and people talking about they hardware and I'm confused. What the fuck did you do?
I would buy a t-shirt that said, no, I'm the other one.
Yes!
And I just would never fucking explain it.
And never take it
off. If you know,
either.
you know. If you know, you know. It just, they're like, hey, are you? No, I'm the other one. That's my twin sister. Okay, well, can you, where she work at? Shut the fuck up. The only thing I kept from Chicken Shop was my name badge, she said. She said she felt famous and she was always in demand as a model. But in June 2020, she launched her OnlyFans page, moved out to Los Angeles where she makes $19,000 a week from filming movies and photo shoots.
Woo!
While she's not embarrassed about her job, she still avoids returning to her hometown because they can feel, judgmental. I'm proud that I changed my life. Everyone my age thought of doing OnlyFans. I was just brave enough. While that does require bravery because the only thing worse than being one of these articles where you made a lot of money off OnlyFans, if you're one of these people that started OnlyFans, you make like $20 a week, then it's just like, damn, fuck. I failed everywhere. What I need to do is leak my OnlyFans to the town Facebook page. That'll set them off.
Get them cracking.
Call the local news.
Chad, come on, talk to you.
Muffle my voice a little bit. I know some Murrays doing OnlyFans, and their name is Rod, and they live up the street. You should go check on them. They're a teacher. I've said too much. While they are closed-minded, judging, and miserable, I'm getting rich and having fun, she said. All right, Karen, guess the race of this OnlyFans woman.
No, I'm going to keep my streak alive. White.
Karen's going with white woman again for the third OnlyFans story of this episode. Charging $10 a month, sad story. Okay. White. Okay, that's all. I only see like two people so far.
Yeah.
White. Everyone seems to be going white on this. All right, well, the correct answer is white. Nobody missed it. And she's actually pretty famous. Callie Rocket is her name. She's of the, skinny white girl variety. Very popular in the game. What I think is funny about this though is
she's very pretty.
Of course, yeah. But it's just like I was forced into porn. But it's very empowering, and I did like kind of having it both ways. Like, look what the town made me do. I had to do porn and make $20,000 a week. Own that choice.
Yeah, it's a choice that you made.
You did porn and people, people at Chick-fil-A ain't gonna be cool with it. And I don't know, it feels a little like trying to act like I'm a victim of their judgment when it's like, no, you probably just want to do porn because you make a lot more money doing that.
Yes, you do.
Than you'll ever make at Chick-fil-A. The CEO of Chick-fil-A won't make what you're making. All right, let's get into the last thing, sword ratchetness. Out of here.
Okay.
Tokyo Yakuza arrested over samurai sword, U.S. rifle at home. This is from the Asahi Shimbun in Japan. Tokyo police arrested a Yakuza gang member on November 28th on suspicion of illegally possessing antique weapons, including a samurai sword and a U.S.-made rifle from the 19th century.
Goddamn.
Yeah, I don't think supposed to allow guns over there, so maybe that's what he had, was like
I think it's different.
A musket. The 51-year-old suspect is a senior member of a gang affiliated with Sumiyoshi Kai, organized crime syndicate. Even their gangs sound professional as fuck.
Yeah,
like, we just be like Blood. Yeah, they over there like Blood LLC.
Yes.
Doing business as.
Yeah, they be like TM.
Right. They Sumiyoshi Kai, organized.
We actually sell T-shirts.
He has admitted to keeping the antique weapons in his home in the Tokyo's Chaito ward in July without approval from local authorities. Investigators confiscated a Japanese sword and spear.
And spear? What is you spearing?
Yeah, they were both from the Asoshi Momoyama period, 1573 to 1603. And a Sharps rifle. The American firearm measured 99.3 centimeters in length, remains in good condition, making it particularly valuable antique. So maybe he was collecting it?
Yeah, because the other one was like from the 50s, you said the 15th century.
Yeah, maybe you collect these.
Gotta be.
Man, Yakuza business must be good.
Banging, ain't it?
In Japan, permission must be obtained from the local board of education, the authority responsible for cultural affairs, to keep decorative weapons at home. Well, I'm a Yakuza, so I'm going to keep them at home.
I think I'll follow your rules.
I don't know how to tell y'all this, but I break laws for a living, so I might not be contacting the education board on if I can keep the spear, because if not, you're going to be keeping the spear inside you. And I don't think you want that.
Nope. So you just let me keep it.
Find your local Yakuza. LLC doing business as 501c.
Come on, TM.
Yeah. All right, Karen, that's it for this episode and this week of regular shows. We'll be back Saturday for feedback. Yeah, we actually have a Hornets game we're going to Saturday, so it's going to be interesting time to see how we do that.
Yes.
But yeah, until next time, don't forget Black Friday sale, holiday card addresses. Until next time, I love you.
I love you too.
Mwah. Bye, everybody. Thanks for stopping by, hanging out with us. It was fun. Good night.